Fire Prevention 2020, presented by the Danbury Fire Marshal's Office and created for students in kindergarten through 2nd grade. Hello, my name is Deputy Fire Marshal Heather Anderson. I made this video to teach you a little bit about fire safety. Let's start by watching a fun movie. It's called Be Cool About Fire Safety.
Did you know that many fires started because kids played with matches and lighters?
It's really sad. The fire started with matches and lighters hurt thousands of people last year.
Like parents and grandparents?
And brothers and sisters. If you ever see matches or lighters, don't touch them.
Uh-oh! Somebody left out matches and a lighter.
Remember,
Wow!
keep your eyes open, and if you see these, tell a grown-up right away. But never touch them, and you'll be a real superhero.
Like a deputy fire marshal?
Exactly.
Don't touch matches or lighters. Tell a grown-up instead. Be cool about fire safety.
Sounds like a fire in progress. Let's check it out.
Who's a hydrant? What's happening?
We're not sure, but someone playing with matches may have started it.
That's terrible.
You know it, and it was out of control in just a few minutes. You guys need more water? Okay, here it comes. Whoa, whoa.
Hold on, Jose.
Whoa.
Hope you get that fire under control.
We'll check back with you later.
Muy bien. Very good, eh?
We'll check on that fire later. But now, here's something cool that can warn you about fire.
It's one of the most important safety devices you can have in your home. A smoke detector.
Ow! I hate smoke.
Who are you?
See more smoke. Smoke detector. The more smoke I see, the more noise I make. And I see more smoke coming from that toaster.
Thanks for warning us, Seymour.
That's my job. I hate smoke. It's disgusting. It gives me a headache. So whenever I see it or smell it, I make this noise to warn you. 'Cause where there's smoke, there may be fire.
Good tip, Seymour.
That's a different noise. What does that mean, Seymour?
Now, if you hear me chirping, that could mean two things. That could mean, well, all of a sudden you bought a bird that you didn't know about, or it could mean that my batteries are low. Go tell your parents that I need new batteries. How many smoke detectors do you have in your home? Count them. Yeah, you count them. Is there one outside your bedroom? Is there? There should be. Tell your parents. You'll see more of me later.
Be cool about fire safety.
Do you know how to escape from your home if there's a fire?
You gotta have a plan.
They didn't have a plan.
But these people do. You gotta have a plan.
Grown-ups can make it, and firemen can help.
Okay, in case of a fire, you and your sister are to go out this door.
Or we can always go out that way. We have 2 exits, okay?
We need 2 ways out.
You gotta have a meeting place.
So make sure your family has an escape plan.
Whether you live in a house or a building.
And remember, practice makes perfect.
It could save your life.
And your family.
So tell your parents, we gotta have a plan.
You gotta have an escape plan, and you'll be a step ahead. Be cool about fire safety.
still trying to put out this fire. It's a hard job, but it's our job, not yours. If you're in a fire, don't try to put it out. It's your job to get away. Here are some other don'ts to remember. Don't take time to save your toys or pets. Don't get in an elevator. And don't ever, please, don't ever go back into a burning house. Fires can be very scary. Even firemen get scared sometimes. So it's only natural. Kids would be scared too. Especially if they might have started the fire. But no matter what, no matter how scared you feel, never, never, ever hide. Don't hide. Go outside. Can you remember that? Don't hide. Go outside. If you see someone that looks like this, don't be scared. Firemen have to wear all this strange-looking stuff to protect themselves. Like masks to help them breathe.
It makes us look and sound weird and scary.
But really, we're not. So don't be afraid of us. Be afraid of fire. And remember, even if you're afraid, don't hide. Go outside.
Don't hide! Go outside! Get out the door and run! Be cool about fire safety!
See more smoke! The smoke detector here! And you know, Hey, up here! Point to the one who's talking! Boy, these cameramen don't know anything. Anyway, I have another cool rule about fire safety. Do you know how to escape a fire? No, you don't. I'll bet you don't. Well, would you believe you could learn the answer from a baby? You could. You really could. Just pay attention.
Even they know no matter how small, you gotta fall and you gotta crawl. If you get caught in a fire, here's what you should know. Get down on your knees and you remember, please, keep your body low. You just got to fall and fall. That's all. And you get out of the fire. Fall and fall. That's all. And you get out of the fire. If it gets smoky around you, so kind that you can see, just cover your face and get out of that place and fall just like me. You just got to fall and fall. That's all. And you get out of the fire. Fall and fall. That's all. And you get out of the fire. It may sound crazy, but now like the baby. Get down on your knees and remember, you gotta fall and fall. That's all. And you get out of the fire. Fall and fall. That's all. And you get out of the fire. Fall and fall. That's all. And you get out of the fire. Fall and fall. That's all. And you get out of that fire.
A fire is an emergency! A time to call for help! As soon as you get out of your house, go to a neighbor's house and call the local emergency number. Do you know yours?
Quick! What's the number for 911? How do I know?
Hello? Mr. Repairman? All the machines in my house are acting weird. I mean, the vacuum cleaner is supposed to sound like... But right now it sounds like... marbles. And the blender, well, last night the cat turned it on. And the washing machine? Oh, forget about the washing machine. It sounds like... Kids, could you answer the door, please? Thanks.
Help! It's an emergency!
Dad, it's Billy. It's an emergency.
Hey, well, I have an emergency. My house is nuts.
But Mr. Winslow, my house is on fire!
Why didn't you say so? Goodbye.
I have to call 911!
Come on.
911, I have to report a fire. 18 Maple. You're on your way? Thanks!
Don't worry, Billy. Pretty soon you'll be hearing...
To report a fire, always go to a neighbor's house and call 911.
Or your local emergency number.
Ask a grown-up what number you should call.
Don't hide, go outside, get out the door and run. You gotta race to a neighbor's place and dial 911.
What would you do if you were on fire? I don't know. Jump in a tub? No, you gotta stop, drop, and roll. Come on.
If your clothes catch fire, you gotta drop to the ground. If your clothes catch fire, you gotta go round and round. You just stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. You gotta stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Get down on the ground and stop, drop, and roll. Get down on the ground and don't you ever stand. Roll round and round and cover your face with your hands. You just stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. You gotta stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Get down on the ground and stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll.
Jose Hydrant, is that fire out yet?
Oh, Chuck, Sue, I'm pooped. The fire is finally under control. It took hours to put out what started in a couple of minutes.
That house looks pretty bad.
What's left of it?
At least no one was hurt. This time, they had an escape plan.
Great, that was smart.
We've all got to work together to stop fires. That means you, Deputy Fire Marshals.
Don't touch matches.
If you see these, tell a grown-up right away.
You gotta have a plan.
Don't hide. Go outside.
You gotta fall and you gotta crawl.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Hey! Holy smokes! What about me? Everyone should see more smoke detectors in their home.
You're right, Seymour the smoke detector.
See more smoke detectors.
Learn these cool rules and you could be the deputy fire marshal in your home.
Okay, let's see what you remember from the movie. Shout out loud, yes or no. Should you ever play with things like matches, lighters, or candles? No. If you ever find any dangerous items, tell a grown-up so they can put them in a safe location. Shout out loud, yes or no. Should you have working smoke detectors in every bedroom, outside every sleeping area, and on every level of your home? Yes. And remember, smoke detectors are supposed to be loud so they wake you up if you are sleeping, or if you're playing your video games too loudly. You should test them each month to make sure they are working. Shout out the answer, yes or no. Should your family have a home fire escape plan and a meeting place? Yes. Every second counts. Plan 2 ways out. Your first choice is usually a door, and if not, a window. If you use the door, feel it for heat first. And if your window is too high to climb out safely, open it and make noise or wave something. Or maybe even throw a stuffed animal or clothing out the window to get the firefighters' attention. If it's not hot, open the door to check for smoke and fire, and then crawl to safety just like a baby. Stay low and go. Where is the best location for a meeting place? Your meeting place should be outside and somewhere out front that everybody can get to, no matter what the weather is. When you have friends sleep over, make sure they know your meeting place. Shout out loud, yes or no. Once you get out, do you go back inside for anyone or anything? No. But what about your pets or favorite things, like your cell phone or other electronics? No, once you get out, you stay out. It is the firefighter's job to put the fire out and protect your toys and electronics, and to try and save your pets. Remember, your family can buy you new stuff, but they can't replace you. Fire can be scary, but don't hide. Go outside. When firefighters are dressed up in all their gear, they look a little silly. It's like a Halloween costume with a mask that makes us talk funny. It's okay to laugh at us, but don't ever hide from us. Shout out the answer. What phone number do you call for help? 911. Always call 911 from a safe location and know your address. And never hang up until the dispatcher tells you it is okay. Make sure you know how to dial 911 from a cell phone. When should you dial 911? You dial 911 for emergencies only. An emergency is anytime you or somebody near you is in a dangerous situation. For example, if there's a fire or a car accident, or if somebody is hurt. If you are not sure, call 911. You won't get in trouble. What do you do if your clothes catch fire? Stop, drop, and roll. Remember, this is only for when your clothing catches fire, not your house. Cover your face with your hands before you roll. Practice this at home if you can. Now, here's some important fire safety information that wasn't in the movie. It's important to do fire drills at home and at school. When you do something over and over again, you get good at it. So if you want to be good at fire safety, you need to practice over and over again. When there is a fire, the most important thing to do is to stay calm. Because you have fire safety training, you won't need to panic because you will know exactly what to do. Always sleep with your bedroom doors closed if you can. The smoke and toxic fumes from a fire are more dangerous than the flames. See the pictures? I bet you can tell which rooms had their door closed during the fire. So please, close before you doze. If you ever need an ambulance, the police, or the fire department, you want them to find your house right away. So always make sure that wherever you live, the house or unit number is marked so we can find you quickly. This year's fire prevention theme is fire safety in the kitchen. Kids, please remember that you should try to stay at least 3 feet away from all cooking areas. Okay, we learned a lot today, but here are 4 super important things that I want you to do for homework if you can. Actually, the homework is really for your parents or whoever you live with, but you can help them do it since you learned all about fire safety today. Your teacher will give you a handout to bring home. Number 1. Do you have working smoke alarms in each bedroom, outside every sleeping area, and on every floor of your home? Number 2. Do you have a home fire escape plan? This includes 2 ways out of each room and a family meeting place outside so you know everybody got out safely. Practice it. Number 3. Is your house or apartment marked with visible numbers so emergency responders can find it quickly? Number 4. Do you sleep with your door closed? Close before you doze. Thanks for watching my presentation. If you have any questions, your class can send me an email and I will be happy to respond. One more thing. Here's a good fire safety book to read later this month. It's one of my favorites. If you don't have the book, you can retype this link to hear Dusty the Dragon read the book. The end.